Hi everybody, good evening. Who's on live this evening? Let's have a look. See if Kemet's there. Not yet. Let's have some people. Thank you to 12 Sound for giving us our theme tune. We love it. This thing to stay still. It's been messing about all day. Oh, bear with me. Hopefully it stays like that and doesn't move. Just letting some people know that we're on. If you would like to join us on our topic this evening. Kemet, are you there? This thing to stay. Waiting for Kemet. Who's live this evening, people? Show yourself. Hi. Is there anyone there? Anybody say hi? Alright, we'll just listen to our tune. Put my hat on this evening. Just thought I'd give my hair a little break because on this lockdown thing, so I'm not bothering with it now. I'm just going to leave it, twist it up. I'm going to let it just do its own natural thing. Kemet, where are you? Come on. Sis, wait in. Who's live? Hello, who's there? Is anybody there? Right, so while we're waiting, let's see if we can pin this thing. I don't know. Hello? Hello? Well, I can't see you. It is. It really is there, so I don't know why. Hold on. Oh, it says, look, it says live and everything. All right, I'll end it. Look, one live now. One person's there. Pamela's joined. I've added you. Hi, aka Roll T. Lamarta, hi, thanks for joining. Pamela, aka Roll. I'm trying to pin this thing. It still won't work. I don't know what to do. It's all there though. I don't know what to do. Kemet, come. Where are you? Let me see. Right. I've just found you and right, gotcha. Gotcha, Kemet, gotcha. I've just added you to join the live. Yay! Oh my God! What's that about?
They must be messing with my thing because it's not there at all.
Oh, I can't believe that. But I know how to do it now, so I figured it out. So hopefully it just stays like that all the time.
What? Stays like what?
To add you in.
Yeah, but I couldn't see it. There was no 2 row there.
What is that about?
They mess with
every time.
They mess with my whole thing because there's no 2 row up there at all. Gone.
Every time.
Listen, I had to log out, search for 2 row, put it up. No 2 rows on my thing. Wiped completely off.
You know, it's every time, right, that we're going to talk something proper serious. It always like messes up. When it's not so serious, right, like, you know, a little bit or whatever, we never have that much of a problem. But every time it's something serious, it's always a situation, isn't it?
Exactly. Crazy.
Shiloh, hi.
Crazy.
So how are you this evening? What's been going on at your end?
I'm tired. Tired.
You might need some iron, you know, because every time you come on there, you're always tired or something.
No, it's just because, you know, with the whole, as you know, the video we did going viral and people responding all over the place. And, you know, people, when you go viral and then you say you're going to help people and do food banks, so many people contact you about different things that wants to be going, as you know. So it's just getting back to people, and then they phone you, and then you're on the phone for hours because there are reasons, other things that they want help with and think we should be supporting and helping. So it doesn't stop. So
Sorry. Hello?
it's all right.
Yeah, I'm on live now. So just jump on the live. All right, I'll add you and then look for it and then come on. All right, bye, bye. I'm on live now. You're on live with me. I'm on live. So you have to just jump on. On Instagram. All right, that's what I'm going to do now. Some people. Oh my God. This thing's been playing up all day. Howdy.
Pamela J says, tap on message. It should say comment. I don't know what that means. Pin comment. What comment? I don't know.
Tap on message.
Hey, Remy. Hey, Andy Franklin. Hey, Shiloh. Duchess Royal. Hi. Andy Franklin. Hey.
No, it doesn't say anything about pin comment.
Yeah, but I don't know what comment. Hi, Babs. I don't know what comment she wants pinned. What comment does she want pinned? Because hi, Lambs.
No, what's his name was saying the other day was you do it, you put it in the message box and then you hold it or something and then you pin it, but it's not working. I don't know how to do that. It's just not working. I don't get it. So
okay.
I know.
You may think why we decided to go later is because for us, although we get a lot of people on our chat and our show, it don't always show up until the end. People listening in, but we find that they mess with our internet. It's always cutting out and cutting off and so forth. So we thought we'd better go later and just see what's going on. Do you know if it's still they're still messing with it because for me to get on, 2Rel Insta wasn't even there. It was not there, completely wiped off of my thing. It was there up to an hour ago, completely wiped off. So, you know, sometimes when you do liberation work, it goes with the territory, target, all day, every day. If you'd like to say what the comment is, Jeanette, join 2Rel. Oh, it's on there. It says, okay, this is the topic. All other races will quickly donate economically to any support. Sorry? All other races will quickly donate economically or financially, I would say, to support their own communities. And because this, out of the whole China xenophobic treatment of our people, we've been hit up by so many different people saying to us that, you know, what about, we're focusing on the way our people are treated in China, and it doesn't mean just in China itself, but out of that, people were treated really badly by the Chinese in the Caribbean and all other places. And a lot of videos had even come out between November and December last year of the ill treatment, and it's only reaching us now because we did the more recent treatment since the whole COVID-19 thing, with people shooting us every single video to do with the Chinese, and that some of them that came out last year, December or November, or even a year ago. But my thing is, why weren't we receiving these things before? Why weren't they circulating before? So I'm saying, brothers and sisters, we really have to start getting more vigilant with the information what we're putting around. We have to make sure that just because we've got it and we've got it twice, it doesn't mean it stops there. We need to circulate it, because the stuff what people were saying to me, it's been out a year ago, we haven't seen at all. You understand? Haven't seen it, and most people had not seen it. So It's very important to share and share and share and share and share.
Can I say what I find in a sense appalling is that like yourself, a few of the videos that I reposted, you sent me some, other people sent me some, and I've reposted and whatever. Not necessarily on Instagram, but I've shared it with other friends and family. I've had like people say to me, they've seen it before as well and whatever. And for me, I find it quite appalling that how have you seen this before and you've not said anything, or you've not, it's not caused a stir in your heart.
Well, this
For I know many are, what's the word, many are chosen, few are chosen, and
many
how's it go?
chosen.
Right, yeah, so not everybody can jump to something, but at least if you've seen it before, why didn't you send it to me? Like, you obviously didn't send that to, I didn't get it because that's the first time I've seen it. Why I'm sharing it.
With the many have called, few are chosen. The many
That's it.
have seen it, that it got sent to them. They've called. They might not have been chosen. They might not be an activist to go on the front line, but you evidently was called because it was called to you, so you received it. Why aren't you sending that on?
Why are you sharing it on? Why are you sharing it?
On, because so much information, and I get a lot of information, and so much information I haven't seen. It's just coming to me now, and some people saying, yeah, it was out a year ago, whatever. Well, I haven't seen it. If you had it a year ago, why haven't you sent it to me?
And
So,
that's the point that I'm making.
you know,
Do you know what I mean? That is the exact same point that I'm making. Why didn't you send it on? Because I haven't seen it. Do you
meaning,
know what I mean?
and not to go off topic, so let's go back on topic. That's one issue.
Yeah.
The other issue is, well, the main issue what we're speaking about today, what I was really going to state, is that out of the whole us going viral and so forth, with the whole issues around China, people was contacting us about so many different things, and one of the things was, a lot of people in Gambia and Ghana, which are
Ghana.
tourist spots in terms of Europeans and people from the Caribbean. Most people in the tourist industry have no employment at the moment because obviously the whole tourist industry is on lockdown and shut down. So they're unable to feed their families and so forth because there's no social services. You see people here at food banks. So imagine what it'd be like in the motherland.
Exactly.
The family. There's no safety net like that. So they've asked us to set up some food banks. How can we support these people? So we said we'll set up some food banks in Ghana and the Gambia. Now, okay, we've asked for, well, Jeanette said, let's ask for 5,000, which I think is extremely little, okay? So, because we wouldn't want people to just be able to go to the food banks for a couple of weeks and then it's done. Do you know what I mean? I wanted it to run even keep it running forever. But let's say even for the whole pandemic, so-called pandemic or scamdemic thing that's going on now. Let's say the minimum, if it doesn't open back, tourist industry doesn't open back till October, November, whatever, we should be able to help our people get food and so forth. So 5,000 is really not a lot of money that's going to do that for two major countries, okay, in the motherland. But the thing about it is, why it jerked me and irked me to have to speak on this, because there's a lot of things that we could speak about right now, okay, which we got pressing topics like the in Guinea, them giving our people vaccines and a couple of people have died, and we was going to do African spirituality, all that kind of stuff. But this one irked us so much because I'm thinking to myself, to tears, actually to tears. Can you imagine £5,000, which is nothing, okay? And just as a start, and we're struggling to even come close to that. We're struggling. Now, we did the maths. well, Jeanette did the maths and was saying, even if it's 250 people we targeted and they gave £20 each, we'd have got that 5,000 overnight. Now, I'm not joking, and people who know me online would know this. I know hundreds and thousands of people. I'm not even joking, thousands and thousands of people in all different countries, in all different continents, okay? Minimum people that I can even talk to and will contact me within a year has to be over 600 people. Easy, easy. And I'm thinking to myself, we can't even, how do we expect people to respect us? If we can't even say, well, you know what? Let's just feed our own, be self-sufficient, be self-reliant, do it. And then you'll have people, and these are the worst people to me, that would say, oh, I'll do it, but I've got this happening and I've got that happening, I can't do it, or I can't afford this because my front door's broken and I've got to fix it or whatever. Is it going to kill you to find a £20 or a £50? Is it going to kill you to do that? You understand me? I don't buy them excuses. I'm not that person, because most of the people that I know, I've got the most children, I've got the most grandchildren that live with me, okay, where I'm the breadwinner out of most people that I know. And there's nobody, and people who know me knows online, there's nobody that contacts me or sends me something to do with our people and I don't give them a minimum of £50. And anybody that's done sponsors or anything like that, you can, that's online now, and this will be recorded and sent out. Anybody that knows me, because this will reach you. So I have no reason to lie. You guys will be saying, Kemi's too light because I've done enough sponsors and she ain't giving me nothing. They could do 100 in a year. I'm still going to give them that £50 minimum. Some people might get 200 and something from me, 300. They will tell you. So, you know, people come with all kind of stories. This is broke, that is broke. And I'm not saying it's not, because I've got things that's broke in my house at the moment. I've got a dryer which I desperately need fixed, but they won't come out and fix it because it's not a priority, right? Since the COVID thing, and I can't live without my tumble dryer because I wash clothes and bed things non-stop. That's me, right? And I've got a back door that needs to be fixed. I've got loads of things that needs to be fixed, but feeding people is more of a priority to me, because at the end of the day, Judger knows I'll be blessed anyway, and nobody ain't gonna do anything. I'm not gonna lose that from my dryer, my machine not being fixed, or where I can't rinse out 2 clothes on my hand, or somebody's gonna come in my back door. It's never gonna happen because my heart is too pure and too good for that.
And I think what you're saying, Kemet, I think it's a mindset, because as you know, me and you converse about this all the time, right? And we've had these conversations, and you get militant on me because of, you know, I will basically not sit on the fence, but I'll be a little bit more diplomatic in the sense of I will like say, well, you know, we're not in other people's shoes, so we don't know what's going on, and we don't know what their financial situation is like, and we don't know what, you know, and I tend to stay there kind of thing. But at the same time, I overstand where you're coming from, because for me, if I have to speak about it on a personal level, just like I've not fundraised before. I've helped people to fundraise. I've worked with causes with you. I've worked with causes with my sister in the States. I've worked with a charity Bonded Through Cancer. I've done fundraising before for other people, but I've never done anything really close to home for myself, for other people, right? So being in it this thick and thinking, first of all, we weren't even looking at fundraising or doing a crowdfunding page. We just wanted the awareness to get out there, right? So it was almost about just putting the video out there and letting people see what is going on. We did that. But with the response that we had, so many people were saying to us, do a count, we want to support. I'm not there. I'm not even sure what to do, but the least I can do is donate, is do a donation. So set up a crowdfunding page. So that was by demand. That wasn't necessarily myself and Kemet's idea. That was by demand, where people said, can you do that? So we spoke about it and we did it. And then it was the question, like Kemet said, how much? And I said, well, let's just do like maybe no more than 5,000, and we'll start from there. And Kemet was like, that's small, like, you know, because obviously I don't know if you've got faith, if it's because you've got faith in our people. I'm not saying that I don't, but I just said, well, I've not done fundraising before, so I thought that was an okay amount, right? And I literally thought £5,000 is an okay amount. I did not think in the life of me that it's going to be a struggle to raise £5,000 in 30 days for a cause that everybody came to us and commented about, said, oh my God, this is disgusting. I didn't know this was happening. Where can I help? Where can I support? It almost feels like, you know, we're trying to get blood out of a stone. And that really isn't what this was about. This was about listening to everybody else's voice and then wanting to be a voice as well and do something. We've already done the video. We keep on spreading awareness. This campaign actually is never going to stop. This is a campaign that's going to be going on forever. But right now, while the pandemic is going on and people need us, our African brothers and sisters need us, it's important that we raise this £5,000 as soon as possible so that we can help, so that we can do what we need to do, so that we can get the food banks out there. And to be honest, like, I'm scared. This isn't even a joke. I am so scared for our children, for our great-grandchildren, that we don't see it as that serious. I'm ashamed of myself for never really, you know, fully understanding what it was to fundraise and do things in our community. And I speak truthfully. I don't have any reason to lie to anybody or say anything that I don't believe in, because it doesn't serve me and it doesn't serve anybody else, and at least my granddaughter and my child who may be watching this evening. So I'm saying, I speak for myself when I say I'm ashamed that I've never really, I can't say I've ever really taken anything this serious before in my life. But when I see that it's an issue for, and I'm just going to say it straight, for even somebody to say they're going to sacrifice £1, even 50 pence, right, to basically towards the cause, because even if 5,000 people did 50 pence or 10,000 black people did £1, whatever, it's still contributing, it's still something. That's my stance. That's where I come from. But I do get what you're saying, Kemet. Do you know what I mean? In terms of the sacrifices. At the end of the day, we're coming home. No matter what happens, we're still coming home to our water in our sink. We're still coming home. That bill's still going to be there tomorrow. No one's not arresting us or putting us in prison. It's just small sacrifices. We're quick to pick up a £50 or 100, not me because I don't do designer labels, but we're quick to pick up a bag for £100 or do this or do that. But like, what's going to happen to our children? See, this is what we've got to think of. These people are blatantly doing these things to our African brothers and sisters all over the world, and we're just going to sit down and keep on watching. So let's just keep doing that. Let's not do these things. And what do you think is going to happen in the next 5 years and the next 10 years? Like, keep sleeping, because what's going to happen is what happened 400 years ago, because that's where we're going. And you all think this is a frigging joke. It isn't, because from one country can basically go into basically take people out of their house when they paid 6 months rent, a year's rent, not ask them no question, just say, you're black, you're getting out. And they're coming out and they're just doing as they're told. No one's rebelling, because they know there's no power, there's no authority. They know there's no one protecting them, not even their governments. We need to make a stand, and we need to make that stand now. And if it just means taking £1 or 50p out of your pocket, like, just to do something, why is that hard? I'm sitting down watching a man that's just turned 100 years old walk up and down a garden, and within one day that man raised about £500,000. £500,000. I watched the whole thing from the whole day. Every minute I'm seeing Uncle Tom, as Captain Tom, has raised this amount, he's raised this amount, and we can't even raise £5,000 in 1 month. It's really sad. And if you guys can't see it, like, this is shameful. We should be ashamed of ourselves. This is my thoughts. This is my views. And if anybody knows me and Kemet, when like I have my daughter here or whatever, me and her go at it. We have I'm not lying, Kemet. We have these debates all the time. Like, she has her opinion, I have my opinion. Usually on the same page, but just like I might just be a little bit softer. And Kemet will come in hard, because that's who she is, a Pan-Africanist. She's an activist, and she is for her people, right? She's for our people. and it has to be commended because, like, I'm sure Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, I'm sure all those people, like, they couldn't have. I mean, so I don't always appreciate Kemet's delivery, but at the end of the day, it gets results and it works. Do you know what I mean? So it's serious times. It's just serious times, and we have to think about it. That's why I'm doing this, because I'm scared. I'm scared. You think those people are in a third world country, so it's all right. Oh, they're in a third world country. That's why they get treated like that. Listen, it's about to happen right here, and it is happening here, but it's going to get as blatant as what they're doing in Africa right now. Our brothers and sisters are still slaves in being enslaved in Libya. And that.
Warrior Queen 66 says, start with donating, then we should approach to teach the man to fish empowerment. And those of you who don't know, that means that if you teach, you give a man who's a fish and he feed his family for a day, but teach him to fish, feed his family for a lifetime. Renegade Sound says, do a sponsor run or something. That'd be very great, Renegade Sound, if you'd like to organise that and do that. That'd be highly appreciated, because it'd be excellent to do a sponsored run or something. I mean, we can't really run now, but maybe you could do a Zoom thing where people, I don't know, you can set it up where they're walking how much laps around their house or at the bottom of their road or whatever, because it is about ideas, but it's not everything we can do. But people who have ideas, it's about them doing it and setting it up and doing it and say, well, here, this is what I've raised from this. Here it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Addy Law joined. Hi. Daddy Hairco joined. Hi. G.B837 joined. Renegade Sound said, you can only give what you can give. People have to be honest with yourself. That's true. You can only give what you can give. But at the end of the day, Renegade, right? Because obviously you can't give a pound if you haven't got a pound. I totally agree with that. But here's the thing. We've got to learn, if we haven't got a pound, we've got to get that pound. Far too often we would say we can't give what we haven't got to give. But if I know if I came to somebody now and I was to get a Apple, or I've just bought my Apple Air, the brand new one, for £1,500. I say, you know what? I don't want it. I don't like it. I'm going to sell it for £50 or £30 or £20. Then most people will find that money ASAP and give it to me. So that's why I don't buy the foolishness. Yeah, I don't buy anything different from what I just said. Warrior Queen 66 says, Kemet's quite correct. We should be willing to make a sacrifice. People have died so our nation can thrive. A few pounds and a little discomfort is the very least each of us could give to our own. Exactly. So we may, this is what I'm saying, we may have to not have a washing machine or a dryer or heating. It's not freezing there for a week or 2 weeks or another month. Well, we're really going to die. But those people will die without food though. So it's about not making our own selves the priority. No one says make yourself, go without and where you're starving. I'm not asking anyone to be foolish like that, because I'm the only fool that does them things, where I even posted me having to go to court and nearly losing my mortgage, because while I was feeding people in the motherland, building classrooms, shipping books out, trying to get people medication and pay for their hospital, their medication fees and all of that in Africa and the Caribbean, I wasn't paying my mortgage to do that. Do you understand? And I would have been on the streets. So sometimes, I'm not saying be as stupid as me and do the sacrifices, but then I realized, you know what, I can't be doing that, because the next time I do it, I will be out on the street with my children. But I found other ways to do it, where I might buy, I don't know, £100 shopping a week. There's something I need to do to £50. There's always something we could do. All of us have clothes or things we don't want in our wardrobe or whatever. We could just say, look, I don't even want this handbag no more. I'm out in it. There's always something we could do. So that's why I don't buy it. We're too pitiful too pitiful as a people, and we need to stop it. Miss Money Up in Mex says agreed. Dean Infinity joined. Hi. Word. Daddy Haircare says Little Empress joined. J.B says totally agree. If every one of us gave £1, problem is we're too far removed and insensitive to our needs. Sorry, the phone's ringing. 1 second.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hi, this is it's Rocky from Renegade Sounds.
Hey, Rocky.
Hi, I agree with you saying 100%, but the problem you're going to find is like, I agree with you, £5,000 to give back to our community it should be chump change. It should be nothing. But what you're going to find is a lot of people are skeptical because like, if you're doing something now, let's say a GoFundMe page or something like that, you need something like that because people can say, well, how do I know that this money is going to the right places? And that's the problem you're going to find.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like you said, like I'm Pan-African, like I'm being honest with you, I'm for my black people, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes it's like sometimes it feels like when you're doing it, as you know, it's like you're banging your head in the fence because a lot of people they're negative, especially nowadays. Like, you know, I have people come to me and say, "I'm not pissed about back from 4 years ago. It doesn't affect 400 years ago. It doesn't affect me." But it does because our ancestors, our foreparents, suffered and whipped and whatever for us to have a better life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But you know, what I think is that you should do like a GoFundMe and make a proper campaign, whether it be like you get somebody to endorse it, like do a I mean, like you said, a sponsored run. I'm overweight, but if I have to do a sponsored run, I will do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not working at the moment, but I'm sure I can make myself, as you said, uncomfortable and donate what I can donate. So,
and it's not even making ourselves. Sorry, brother. Did you say your name was? What's your name?
My name's Rocky.
Yeah, sorry, brother Rocky. I'm saying that sometimes it's not even making ourselves uncomfortable because where I would buy, let's say I buy a whole. Look, I love sweets, Rocky, right, and chocolate. Love a chocolate, love a sweets, love a Haagen-Dazs. Okay, all of that good stuff to me, which everyone, you vegans out there, I'm so sorry, but I have to talk the truth, all right? I can't lie like that. So they're like cringing, like, God, Kemet, you're supposed to be a Pan-African.
I bought her a pick and mix. I bought her a pick and mix for her birthday. She didn't know he sent it to her. She damn it off quick time.
This is what I'm saying. Everyone who knows me knows that's what I love. Okay, I'll go without food to eat those things. But here's the thing. Rocky, you telling me that I can't make the sacrifice to go without that, or a bag of sweets, or less sweets, or whatever, to go and give to some people that's hungry? And back to your other point when you're saying that people don't really may not know where the money's going to and stuff like that, do a crowdfunding. We've got a crowdfunding. That's what's up. Okay, that's what's up.
And it's verified. And it's verified. We were verified.
And not only that, I'm verified. People who know me, I told you, I know loads of people. Tommy, yeah, is it Tommy? Rocky.
Tommy, Rocky.
Sorry, brother Rocky. I know loads of people. Loads of people know me, right? And they know that I'm trustworthy. They know the work I do without asking them a penny. You understand? Because I'm very transparent, and anything what I do, I get videos, I get footage, I get everything of what's going out to the people. Do you understand? And the money that's been made is there. Everything. That's how transparent I am. But I'm saying, sorry, brother, go ahead. Are you sure? So I'm saying it doesn't matter. You know, I don't know what it is with our people. You could be as transparent and have everything hooked up, and it's always the
still a problem
closest to you that won't do it. Do you know what I mean? And that's what breaks my heart. Always come with some petty, stupid excuse. And I'm telling you, if I say to any one of them, look, I'm going to sell my house even for £1,000, I bet everybody could even try and find that £1,000 even if they had to borrow it.
Yeah, of course they would.
Of course they would. This is
100%.
That's why I don't buy the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I can't, and I shan't, and everything else. I don't buy it
because it's about what people see as their priority, and no one's seeing this as a priority. And that's my message: see this as a priority, because what's happening today is going to be worse tomorrow. And if you can't feel that and see that in the current climate, I'll say it again, you're sleeping. You're sleeping. And that's the problem that we have.
But the problem is, I'm not talking about the people that you know. I'm talking to people you don't know. Because, like, you know, I'm listening to your show, and yes, the first time I listen to your show, and I find it very empowering at the moment. I'm not going to lie to you. First time I listen to it, it's very empowering. So, for me, I don't have it, but I can hear it. You see what I'm saying? Because I believe in the cause of what's going on for Africa. Do you know what I mean? So
Brother Rocky, just a stick of pen. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a pound?
I'll get a pound.
Right. But would you have a pound? Is it hard for you to get a pound?
At this precise moment, yes.
It's hard for you to get a pound. You could ask me to give you a pound, Brother Rocky.
No, but I don't want to borrow no money. I want to give it.
No, hear what I'm saying. You could even ask me to give you a pound. I didn't say borrow, you know. So this is my point. I don't believe there's anybody on this earth that can't get a pound for somebody. Could even say to them, mum, dad, sister, brother, friend, or something. Oh God, has anyone got a pound? Because I want to donate it to this cause. Who's going to tell them no?
But then again, it's like sometimes when you're on your face, you know, because they say pride become before a fall.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, some people, I've got a friend, like, I'm not going to go into it, but pride become before a fall. Like, for me personally, like, if you said a pound, when you said a pound, I'm like, yeah, that's minor.
Of course it's minor.
But I will get it. Do you know what I mean? Even I ain't got it right now because, you know, I'm on a poverty line, but it's a pound.
Yeah, it's
like
a pound.
It's a pound. Like, as you said, your guilty pleasure, like, before the furlough, I was doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
My guilty pleasure is minstrels.
Me and you.
Right. So, but I'm addicted to it.
Me
so
and you.
So I buy 10 packs for the week. You see what I'm saying?
Rocky, you know you shouldn't be doing that. You know you shouldn't be doing that, Rocky. We're gonna have words after.
But I stopped now because I can't afford it, and it's only a pound, but I can't afford it.
But I bet you can buy 1 pack a week, though.
I don't buy a week.
Or even a month, Rocky.
I don't buy none.
But I bet you could if you wanted to, because I bet you buy, Rocky, I bet you eat each day or each week you buy something to eat.
Well, the house is provided, but not me personally because I can't afford it.
All right, but there's somebody in the house that's providing, so you can say to somebody in the house, well, maybe not buy a cake or something. The next,
they're not gonna allow me to eat sweets. I don't think they're not gonna allow me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but I get where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is, I think just get back to the topic we're talking about. Is like, you know, it's gonna be hard because, you know, some people are skeptical, some people are weary because it's like. But the funny thing about the sad thing about it is, you'll get people that will donate to Red Cross.
Exactly.
Come on.
And when you donate to Red Cross, what they don't say, like, let's say, oh, it's £3. Out of that £3, the actual money is actually going.
Not even 1 pence. You might have 2 pence going to the people.
Exactly. Because they're going to say about admin work because
and then directors get how much millions a year.
Exactly. So it's not going to them, but they don't see it. They just see that, oh, it's Red Cross, it's the brand. Yeah, they're going to get the money because oh, there's a disaster. Red Cross is there. Oh, and we provided 5 million. They think, wow, that's really good, but you forget how much millions they put in. Everybody put in for the month, for the year. Do you know what I mean?
And not only that, how much the Red Cross has put in when they're abusing all them children. You saw the big scandal about it, so that's what you're feeding into. But
the thing is, the thing is, right? The thing is here, we're not asking for a million, not even 50,000, £5,000, £5,000 from the black community, right? Let's just say even in just London alone, yeah? There are a lot, not one person, not even one person of clout. There are so many people like that do have it. You like, we understand, Rocky, that some people may not be in that position, right? We get that, right. But there are people that are in that position and they still don't. Like the question is this, right? The question and the problem is this: other races, they don't bat an eyelid. They don't. If they, like, someone says to them, "I'm doing this," they're just gonna go like, "Here you go." They donate. Even like online, we've had so many anonymous. We get the report sent to us, so we've had a lot of anonymous people come forward and donate, you know, a little bit of money and whatever. They've done their donations, and some of them, a lot of them, we don't even know. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just £5 grand. It's not. It's not like £100,000. It's £5,000.
No, but can I ask you, how long have we been doing this campaign?
It's a month, and we're 18 days now, and it came.
It was a 30-day campaign, and we've got 17 days left.
Right.
So we're almost halfway through.
Where are you campaigning? Is it just online?
Yeah. Well, what
We can't do anything.
I've got a couple of hundred people just in my WhatsApp thing alone, and I've sent it to all of them. You understand me? This is the thing, Rocky, right? This is the thing for me. And like Jeanette always says, my delivery isn't good, but I'm straight to the point because I don't believe in sugarcoating anything, because we like to sugarcoat things too much. It doesn't get us anywhere. If my way doesn't work too bad, I'm not talking to no children. You understand? Here's the thing for me, Rocky. If there's a campaign to help our people, whether we believe it, whether we don't, right? Whether we believe it or whether we don't, isn't it good for? Can't we have the heart to say we're going to take a chance?
Good heart. Yeah.
Ain't our heart gonna? What happens? This is the thing for me. Where is the heart? Where is the heart to just say, you know what? They could be pulling a skank, I don't know, but I could donate a little £5 or £20 or a little £50. You know what I mean? Or £100. Is it? I don't care. It's the heart. That's the thing, Rocky. It's the heart. Because
if I give you, as you said, like, you know, if I've got it and I think, yeah, I'll do. You know what? I'll give you the 5,000. If you want to take the 5,000 and drink it out, that's down to you. I gave it from my heart.
Exactly. But here's the other thing I was going to say, Rocky. This is the other thing. What gets me is it's not even the fact that people are gonna donate, right? This is the thing. This is the thing with our people as well. You see me, I go hard on people. If someone said something to me, let's say it's for sickle cell cause or something like that, and I'll say, all right, there's a £50, or what I do, if I want to give more and I can't really manage it, I'm going to do my own sponsored walk or something for them, and people I know, to raise a couple of hundred so I can give them, so it's not even coming out of my pocket. We won't even do that. We might not even have it, right? Because we might want to get our washing machine fixed or whatever, which might be a priority to us. But we ain't going to say, boy, let me just quickly do a little dance-a-thon online for 24 hours and see how much I can raise for these people.
Yeah, sure.
There's always ways. And this is the thing for me. There's always ways. And it's the complacency and the lack of care that doesn't make things happen. And this is what gets me, I was going to say, piss me off with our people, right? And I don't really like to swear or do anything like that, but it really does my head in, because we never. Sorry?
Isn't that people in general, not our people? Ain't that just people in general?
Nah, because I see other race jump at the thing. That's why the man can get how much amount of millions in the space of a couple of days. You understand? I'm saying it's mainly our people, because I know the Asian people, when my background's teaching, okay, and in the schools, the two schools that I taught in was predominantly Asian, some of them. And all they have to do is like, oh, the school needs some books or whatever and whatever. If you know they might have all 20,000, 30,000 come in within a week. You understand what I'm saying? So I have a serious problem with our people, because my thing is, if you haven't got it, that's all well and good. If you genuinely haven't got it, that's fine. But find a way to get others to get it. They wouldn't even share. They wouldn't even encourage other people. Look, come on, everybody. I want 200 people now. Everybody I know, give me £1. So I'm donating £200. We wouldn't even do that. We can't be bothered.
Well, I'm gonna give you a joke, right? I used to keep an event every month, right? So we kept an event for every month, and we done it for free for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Just make a contribution. Mm-hmm. And so we was averaging, when it was free, probably averaging that to about 100, 200 people sometimes. Mm. When it became free and we say make a contribution, if I said to you, 150, I was surprised we even make £30.
Yeah, I know.
And then when we kept it, when we went to another venue where we had to pay, so we was paying about £200 a month to keep the thing we're having running for free. But we said, look, we'll make a contribution, a little £5. Mm. We had 10 people turning up, 5 people turning up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I get it loud and clear. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, I will do my part So if you need me once this thing to lock down, I would. If you want me to do a sponsored run, I would do a sponsored run. I mean, run, not drink, I mean run. You know what I mean? I would do what is needed because, as I said, the first time listening to the show, it won't be the last time. I really believe in your cause, and I'm Pan-African like you. Do you know what I mean? So, you
But
know,
here's the start. I'm going to give you a challenge. You said you're overweight, right? You could set up something to lose even a stone within 2 weeks.
no,
Healthily. And if you lose it, let people bid on it. Say, right, if you lose
For
it,
each pound you lose or something.
no, you could do like, because remember the thing finishes in 17 days. You could, if you want to do sport, you could say, right, if I lose a stone, that's if you want to lose weight, in which you can do. It's doable in 2 weeks, especially when it's people that's well overweight. If I lose a stone within the 14 days, everybody you know, you WhatsApp them, make me a bid. Some people will say, all right, if you can do it, £10, I'm going to give you £50, I'm going to give you £5. You could even start there, Rocky. There's
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's doable.
He ain't overweight like that. He ain't overweight like that.
Oh, well, if you're not overweight like that, no, it's going to be harder.
He'd have to do half a stone. He'd have to do half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can say,
I've got a few medical issues, so it still be a kind of hard. I'm not saying
Yeah.
if you want to do it, I'll do it. Not a problem.
yeah. If you got medical issues, it's still doable, but you have to do something different. Like you put your health first. So it might be a case of, if you eat meat, I'm not going to eat meat or fish. I'm going to go on a plant-based diet for 2 weeks. So you're detoxing your body and being healthy for 2 weeks. Can you stick to that? Something. It could be anything.
Yeah. I mean, I will.
I'm not saying you must do it, you know. I'm just saying these are the things that people can't do.
You say you can do it.
I'm pretty sweet. If I can do what I can do, then I will do what I can do. So if it's a thing like I've got an appointment with my doctor tomorrow morning anyhow, so I'll talk to my doctor. I want to talk to. Huh?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, so I'm saying I'll go appoint my doctor tomorrow morning anyhow. So once I get see what he says, because I've got obviously I've got appointments. But I will do what is needed to do to help raise in 17 days as much money as I can. So I'm not even exaggerating. I'm in about 102 WhatsApp groups.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do my best and say, like as you said, I can do I will. The best thing, and that will help me as well, is try and lose a half a stone.
You can do that. You do a live weigh-in, and say people challenge you to lose half a stone. How much would you give me if I lose half a stone? Because you've got health issues and whatever. You'd be surprised how much people will give you.
Right. So if I do that on a live, how would it? You see, I don't know nothing about this. All I know is Facebook Live. I can do a Facebook Live. But if people are going to donate money, do I give them your link?
No,
I think let's talk about that off the air and figure out how it works. It'd probably be better.
I'll tell you nothing about that. Who's in the group that knows anything about those
Exactly.
I haven't got a clue.
I'll get someone to call in if you want.
Thank you very much, Rocky. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rocky.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Stay on now. Listen to the rest of the show.
Remy says Tom Moore raised 22 million. I think that's the man.
The same one, yeah.
Rocky said they are rebelling. They have started to burn down place in Africa. Sam joined. Dean Infinity said, I see it and I agree. What's stopping us from doing what's necessary? Exactly. Red Sam said, and Dubai. What's happening in Dubai, Rocky? Official 2 Real says, call us. Aesthetic 19 joined. Official 2 Real. Renegade Sounds. Can I call it in the official 2 Real? Yes, of course. Dean Infinity says, if we ain't got a pound, we know somebody with a pound. Simple. There's no excuses. That's how I feel about it. Look, this is the next thing with me. If you haven't got a pound or even a fiver or a tenner, and you can't ask people to say, oh, I ain't got a tenner and I want to do for this cause, because lend me a tenner or lend me a fiver, then I have to question you. Because why haven't you got people that were around you that would do that? I have to question you. I don't have a problem. Anybody I know will give me a 10 or a 5. They will, even if I say borrow it to me, they're going to say have it. So I have to question you.
I
Miss
mean, we had this argument about a year ago, innit, me and you, about that, and I was saying, Cam, like, you can't be like that, you can't do that, and blah blah blah. And then when I got home, I sat down and reflected about it, and I said, you know what? You think about it, you can't even lie. It's the truth. Do you know what I mean? It's the truth. If I ain't got somebody, one person in my network that I can't say, can you just borrow me a tenner, please, so I can do this or whatever?
I
And
in my network to lend me a tenner, and every single one of them would say, "Lend you have it," and probably give me 20 minimum.
yeah,
I question people who can't do that. Miss Money After Meg says a lot of people have the "it's not my problem" mindset, and it's absolutely terrible. Exactly. 66 says, what is sad and wholly embarrassing is the necessity to have this type of conversation. What's the matter with us? Exactly. We shouldn't be even having this conversation.
we should be having this conversation. We should be having this conversation.
Have this conversation. Provoking thought. Hey, what's happened to you? I ain't seen you or heard from you in a while. Says 100. Miss Money After Meg says, yeah, a lot of skeptical people too, unfortunately. Miss W joined. Official 2, putting the waves and all that in the thing, because let's just read what people's put. Warrior Queen, Brother Rocky, we must learn to trust our community persons that put themselves out there. We know who we are, where each other live. We know their hearts. Let's not endorse mistrust. Exactly. Duchess Roy said, I'm willing to do sponsor to lose weight. We all just need to do our part. Well, thank you, Duchess Roy. Set up your sponsors to do weight. Go ahead. You got 17 days left. Greetings. And it doesn't matter if it goes over the 17 days if you're doing a sponsor, but you
Our
can,
campaign ain't stopping.
that could be
Our campaign ain't stopping.
That could be
Sorry, Cam.
that could be your aim though, and just to help us meet the target and still continue after that. People do that all the time. GB837 says, greetings queens, it's Gail from Brom. Hey, how you doing, sis? I said before, we're too far removed from our story, and actually most of us no longer give a
exactly. Well, we can't say.
Yeah, 100% totally agree with you, and it's sickening, but thank you for coming on. Remy says, too much distrust. Some people quicker find money to buy a ticket for a dance. Exactly. Trust them. Exactly. And that's the thing with our people where we differ. We always want to get something out of it. If we're getting, if we'll pay for, if I said, oh, I find the money for, I got this bag, it costs £600, you can have it for tenner. They'll find the money for that. They always have to get something back. We haven't got the heart to just give and put. It's crazy. We're so far removed from how our ancestors were. It's just not funny. Look at Empress said, that's not an excuse. We don't know where the money is going with any other charity. Exactly. We don't know. But when you know how many black people donated, even people that I know, £100 at a time, £200, £300 at a time to that NHS thing. Do they know where the money's going?
Where it's going?
Okay. Miss Money After Meg, exactly, Remy. Priorities in the wrong places. Warrior Queen says, girl from Brom, you touched my heart. Your words are real. Girl from Brom, Sister Samantha, Warrior Queen, she's somebody that I'd love you to get in contact with. A serious sister. And I was asking her for her children the other day, and one of them really stuck in my heart when I first met her in Birmingham, and sadly we lost her to sickle cell disease. So she'd be a good person for you two to link up and liaise, and I hope you didn't mind me saying that, Sister Girl, but it's because I salute the little princess anyway. The martyr says, I was brought up to give to the poor. It would be food and clothes. Throughout my grown-up years, I was always giving and looking at after other people's children. Exactly.
Straight stop, yeah.
Thought says, and those charities are crooks and paedophiles. This is what I'm saying. Look at the whole Red Cross and all that. You remember that big scandal how they was going down and there was raping people's children.
Children, yeah.
And all that. But you know, it's crazy. Remy says, fire Kemet. The people they sent as aid workers aren't accountable. Exactly. They go to these places to take advantage of the vulnerable, 100%. Deanie's well joined. Hi, Nadine. The martyr says, sorry for the error. I have 2 barrels of things to send to the West Indies for the elderly and children. You don't have to well off to help the people in need. But this is the other take on that, Lambs. We're quick to give all the things what we don't want. I've got a garage full of stuff of what people don't want and send to Africa. That's no big deal because they don't want them anyway. But to take our money and to buy or say, Kem, here's the money, whatever, that's a totally different ball game. So I don't rate people just to give me stuff what they don't want. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing because I know your heart. You give and you give and you give. So I'm not talking about you. But I'm saying when people say, yeah, well, I donate, I give clothes or no, I always give my clothes. That's because you don't want them. So I don't rate you anyway. Miss Money have to, what Meg said, there is always a way. Your New Year's Eve party, for example, was a genius idea. Oh, thank you, Miss Money have to make. Marche Music says, hello. Hey, Marche Music. Duchess Royal Wave. Lambs said, I donated £20, but I think it didn't go through, but we'll try again. People are just mean and selfish. Yeah, they are. Steven Lorenzo says, the problem is, as a race, we have trust in each other. Well, I will query that, the no trust in each other, because many of us, and I can speak for myself even now, are in a partner also known as Susu. We don't have no contract. And the partner, I mean, I don't even know the person. I'm like been referred in there, whatever. I don't even know who the person is that collects the money. So we don't, but we trust because we're in partners, we're in Susus, and we don't have to know the person. We ain't writing no contract to get our money at the end of the day. So I would disagree. We like to believe we don't trust.
Don't trust each other. But I think one of the biggest problems is that we trust others more than we trust ourselves.
Warrior Queen says, I remember last year Queen Kemet wasn't in the UK when Sickle Cell Cause was hosting their annual sponsored walk, but she filmed herself walking the miles with others whilst abroad. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's always something we could do. Remember that, because I was supposed to do it with you, but I had to go back to Atlanta, and I got myself and a couple of others and my king to do the sponsored walk out there because I weren't going to not let it go. And this is what I'm saying. And we might have raised, was it 200 and something pound? I can't remember the French, but just a couple of us just walking. You know what I mean? So we can always do something. Warrior Queen said, then sent her sponsorship money. Again, we thank you, Kemet. You always support with love. Ah, bless you. That's you. You support. It's not even
Kem,
me.
I think we've only gonna have about maybe 5-10 minutes left. Yes, I'm just letting you know. And I want to read out some of the people that have supported.
1 second, let me just finish these, please. Provoking
All right.
They're quick to give it to the churches, though. Exactly. Miss Money Off and Mate said, right. Chantel Meyer joined. Hi, Renegade Sounds says, loving the show. The one the band joined. Hi, Renegade Sounds. Warrior Queen says, I hear you regarding Sister Girl, and JB 3000 joined. Go ahead.
All right. So I just want to basically call out some of the people that donated, right? So I'm going to do it quick because we've only got about 5 minutes left. So thank you to everyone. Go Boys, Lur Lane Trumpet, Pixley Crux, 12 Sound, Yvonne Clark, Janice Simon, Joseph Benjamin, Donna Edwards, Jackie Samuels, Leanne Palmer, Darren Watson, Mary Bell Glam, Radusha, Anthony Agumnola, Pamela Hammond, Denzel Barnes, Patsy Ferguson, Desmond Edward, Bianca Vanessa, Jenny Lacasis, Althea, Patrick Menza, Linda Apaya, Siobhan Harvey,
Stop right there. Stop right there. I'm going to get back. Because the show's going to end any minute. Those of you who's donated already, okay, to the cause, to our cause, put your hand, put a wave in the thing now. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Siobhan Harvey, Joy with an I, Solomon Gastano, Wesley Foster, Jenny Jones, Vivine, Tony Randon, Yvonne Field, Melva Mullins, Zaid Ali, David Adegbongon, Vincent McBean, Renee, Patricia, Samira, Andrew Ingham, Kemet, and Jeanette. And then we've had a good few anonymous people. 25 seconds remaining. Thank you everyone for jumping on. Please go to our Crowdfunder UK page and donate.
All those that donated, thank you. All those that haven't, donate now, please. Donate now. Get all your people to donate. Keep checking on them. Say to them, listen, as Black people, we need to meet that target. Let's just show our people, those who want to donate, that we can do it. Let's just meet that target.